Hello rail fans, and welcome to another French Fried Trains Minecraft Locomotive tutorial. Today, we're going to be building Nickel Plate Road 765, a 284 Berkshire class steam locomotive. Now this is only the third or fourth steam locomotive I've ever done, so there is a lot of trial and error in this one, so be warned. So let's get right into the build now. Our starting point is going to be the pilot wheels here, so we're going to take out a block of netherite and we're going to put one on each rail with an end rod axle. On the outside of it, we're going to put a hopper on each wheel. Then we'll come over here, crouch, and we're going to put a dark oak trapdoor on the top side of each of the hoppers and then close them. And we're going to do the same thing on this side of them. So crouch, put a trapdoor on each side, and then close it. Swing around in front of it, put a polished blackstone wall on top of each wheel, and extend it forward by one on each side. Then under the walls in front of the wheels, we'll put 3 polished blackstone slabs across the front middle here. Then we'll extend it out another row of 3. And we'll also put 3 on top up here. Then we're going to take out polished blackstone stairs here. And we're going to put 1 facing outward on each side. In front of it on bottom, we're going to put 3 dark oak fences across with 3 polished blackstone slabs above that. Then we'll turn around with a dark oak stair for a coupler and get it stacked up to this second block. Delete the one we used for placement. Put a dark oak fence gate under it for an airline. Then we're going to put an iron trapdoor on the bottom front in front of each stair. Just like that. And actually we're going to take the stair off and put it upside down facing backwards. Same thing on this side. Make this stair upside down facing backwards like this. Next, we're going to extend all 4 of these polished blackstone walls up another layer. Same thing over here. Then we'll swing around in front of it here with an iron trapdoor and stack 2 of them up the front middle. In the middle behind this, put a polished blackstone block and extend it back by 3. And then 3 on top of that. Next, we're going to take out a polished blackstone brick stair and we're going to put it on the side here, making a staircase of 2 coming up. And we'll do the same thing on this side. And then underneath it, we'll put an upside down stair facing backward on each side. Then in the middle of this polished blackstone section, 2 polished blackstone walls coming up the middle of each side. And on bottom of each side of it, a dark oak trapdoor. Same thing here, so a dark oak trapdoor on each side, 2 walls up the middle. Then we'll do our pistons, so right here we're going to make a 2x2 of coal. Same thing here. And then extend up the polished blackstone walls another layer. On the front of the pistons, we're going to put 2 wither skeleton skulls on each one. Behind it in the middle, we'll make a 2x2 of polished blackstone coming back. Then up here, a polished andesite block, extend it forward by 1, and back by 3 so it's 5 blocks long. Then another row of 5 above it, and another row of 5 above that, and another row. On this bottom outside edge, upside down, outward facing polished andesite stairs on each side, skipping where that wall is. Then 2 layers of polished andesite blocks on the side. And same thing over here. And then outward facing polished andesite stairs across the top. Same thing on this side here. Now we'll switch back to polished blackstone brick stairs. And we're going to come on the side here and put a stair facing forward to extend this staircase up another layer. Just like that, and do the same thing on this side here. Then come behind it on this bottom middle brick, and we're going to extend a line of polished blackstone blocks backwards up the middle, and it's going to be 12 blocks long in total. Then we'll do our main driving wheels. We're going to take out a polished deep slate block, skip 2 blocks behind the piston, put 3, skip 1, 3, skip 1, 3. We need to extend this polished blackstone back another 4, and skip 1 and 3 more, so there's 4 wheels. Then we'll come put a polished deep slate on the bottom middle of all 4 of these here, and also a polished deep slate on the top middle of all 4 of these. So we have 4 plus shapes. Come over here and make 4 rows of 3 with 1 on the top middle, exactly aligned with the wheels on the other side. Then we'll come through the bottom and put 1 on the bottom middle. Then we'll take out upside down polished deep slate stairs, facing backwards on these corners and facing back forwards on these corners here. Do the same thing on this side. So upside down stairs facing backward on all of these corners, and facing forward on all of these corners. Then we'll do the top of the wheels to round them off, so backward facing stairs on all of these corners on all 4 wheels. Turn around and front forward facing stairs on these corners of all 4 wheels. So now the driving wheels are complete, and we'll fill in this middle row with polished blackstone down to the end of it. Then we'll do another full layer of polished blackstone on top of that, right down the middle to the end of it. Come back up here, and we're going to grab a polished blackstone stair here. On the outside edge of this, we're going to put a full row of upside down, outward facing polished blackstone stairs down to the back of it. And we'll do the same thing on this side, a full row of upside down, polished blackstone stairs facing outward. Above that, on each side, we'll do 2 full layers of polished blackstone blocks. And go ahead and bring both sides all the way down to the back. Then a full row on the top middle, and then on the top outside edge, we're going to do a full row of outward facing polished blackstone stairs until it meets up at the front. Same thing on this side, a full row of outward facing polished blackstone stairs. And that's the main body of the boiler here. Now we'll do our trailing wheels, so we're going to come behind this, and we're going to leave a gap of 2 behind it, and we're going to make a 3x3 of polished blackstone blocks coming across the middle 3 of the rails going backwards. Behind it, a netherite wheel on each side with an end rod axle. And then same thing in front of it, netherite on each side, end rod axle. Then on the sides of this truck, we're going to put a hopper in front of each wheel on both sides. Then we'll take a polished deep slate stair upside down facing this way, and facing this way here, and a polished deep slate slab on the bottom middle. Repeat that pattern on this side here. Just like that. Then we'll swing around behind the wheels and get a polished deep slate stair facing this way on the outside edges. And do the same thing over here. A polished deep slate stair facing forward on this end on each outside edge. Then we're going to go in and grab a dark oak fence gate, and we're going to open dark oak fence gates into the ends of both of these wheels and into the ends of the wheels on this side as well. Then we'll come up here and we'll extend these bottom 2 middle layers of polished blackstone blocks until they're 2 blocks past the back of the truck. Just like that. Then we're going to do the firebox next, so we're going to take out a polished andesite stair. Right here we put a forward-facing upside-down stair, 2 polished andesite blocks. Then a forward-facing polished andesite stair underneath it. And then fill in 3 more polished andesite blocks, 2 layers high to the back. We're going to do the same thing here. Exact same pattern. Just like that. Then we're going to come through and put a stone button on the side of every polished andesite block. Come over here and do the same thing on this side. Behind it on the top edge, we're going to take out polished blackstone slabs, 3 of them on each side. And then extend the slabs out to the side, another 1 block on both sides. Then we'll take out polished blackstone blocks starting on the back outside edge and bring a row of 5 forward. Do the same thing on this side here. In front of it, 4 polished blackstone in the middle, and we'll extend the firebox up here. So on the outside edges of that, we're going to put 4 polished andesite on each side here. And then we'll go ahead and fill the sides of that row of andesite with stone buttons on both sides as well. Then we're going to do a 2x4 of polished blackstone on each side above the andesite to extend the spoiler back, and 4 up the middle. And then we'll extend out our outward facing polished blackstone stairs on the top of each side. Then we'll work on the cab a bit here. So in each corner, we're going to put a column of 2 polished blackstone blocks coming up. Just like that. Then we'll turn around in here. Put a polished blackstone on each side, 2 high, fill in this middle and 1 on the top middle, and then 1 underneath it. In this middle hole we put a campfire for the firebox, and then close a dark oak trapdoor in front of it. Up here, we're going to take out some item frames. 1 here, 1 on this side, 1 in the middle, and we'll put compasses in them for gauges. Then another one here with a compass, and a lever underneath it, and 2 levers on this side for the engineer. Turn around with some stairs, put a stair on each side for seats. Then we'll come to the back and put a column of polished blackstone walls on each side, leaving the middle open. Then we'll take out cyan stained glass paint and fill in all these side windows here. And same thing on this side. Above the windows, on each side top, we're going to put a full row of polished blackstone slabs. Same thing on this side here. Then we'll extend it off the back by 1, and we'll come across. Another layer on the top middle 3 of the back, and fill the rest of the cab roof with polished blackstone blocks, so it looks like that. Then we're going to take out oak trapdoors, put 2 rows of 3 at the front of the cab on top, and 2 in the back middle, 1 block forward from the end here. Then in front of the cab on top, we're going to knock out the first 2 stairs here on each side. Double polished blackstone slabs, replace them. And then 2 rows of 3 polished blackstone slabs on top of that section. Now we'll do the driving rods, so come up to the piston on bottom of it, and we're going to put 3 stone slabs coming back. Then right here, a backward facing stone stair. Then we'll extend some more stone slabs back. We come past the second wheel and to the front of the first wheel. Then another backward facing stair, and then 4 more slabs behind it. Then we'll come in front of this first stair on the next layer and do a full row of slabs up here, all the way up to the piston. So it looks like that. And then of course we have to do it on the other side here. So we'll come through on this side on the middle of the first wheel, a backward facing stone stair and on the middle of the third wheel, a stone stair facing backwards. Then a full row of stone slabs coming off the bottom of the piston, coming back through here into the middle of this last wheel. Then in front of the stairs on top, we come forward with stone slabs all the way back up to the piston. Just like that. Come down on front in this corner here, and we need to put an iron bar on each side like this. Then we're going to take out an iron trapdoor in front of these stairs, and we're going to put it on this top outside edge of this bottom stair layer. And we're going to bring this all the way to the cab. When we get right here, we'll actually have to take this top layer of buttons off to get our trapdoors on. And then of course, we're going to do the same thing on the other side here. So starting in front of these stairs, a full row of iron trapdoors coming back all the way to the cab. And here, I actually made the trapdoors too high. I fix it later. Then we're going to skip one block up from the trapdoors on the side, and we're going to put a full line of sideways dark oak fence gates. When we get to the middle of this polished andesite section at the front, that's where we stop. And we open this front one so it looks connected. Then we'll do the same thing over here. So skip a block up starting at the cab and come all the way forward with dark oak fence gates. Stop in the middle of the polished andesite section and open the front one. Next, we're going to come on top of this iron trapdoor walkway. And it's going to be tricky. We're going to have to stand on it and crouch. But we're going to fill the top of all these iron trapdoors with black carpet. And we'll bring that all the way to the front of the trapdoors. And then we have to do the same thing on the other side. And this is where I realized I put the trapdoors too high on this side. So I had to go through and delete all the trapdoors and put them on the next block down. Then once I got them in the correct position on this side, I was able to stand on them, crouch, and fill in on top of them with black carpet, just like we did on the other side. And we bring that all the way to the front again. And here I realized there's some tank looking things on the side here. So we're going to knock out some of these trapdoors. Knock out this one forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 more. Then we'll fill that gap with polished black stone wall to represent the tank, and above the wall we'll put our black carpet back in place to continue the walkway. Then there's one at the back as well. So we're going to come back here right in front of the firebox, and we'll knock out 5 coming forward. Actually 6. And then we'll fill that with polished black stone walls and put black carpet on top of it. And then of course, we have to do the exact same thing on the other side here. Now we'll come down to the back of the cab here with a dark oak stair and get one stacked up to this block for a coupler and one coming off the back. Delete the one we used for placement. And then up this bottom middle, starting in between the wheels here, we're going to come all the way under the coupler with dark oak fence gates for an airline. Then a full row right here on the side, and another full row on this side. Then, up here, we're going to put a hopper and 2 grindstones. Then, starting up here, a column of 3 dark oak fences and 2 coming back. Then we'll come over on this side. We'll put 2 grindstones. And then 3 sideways dark oak fences coming back for all the connections between the engine and its tender. Now come on top, 1 block in the middle in front of this hump and put a player head. Skip another block forward and open oak fence gates and put a yellow candle in between them. Then a polished blackstone slab on either side of the oak fence gates and one in the front middle like that for the whistle. Then we're going to skip 2 blocks forward and we're going to knock out a row of 5 stairs on each top outside edge. We'll replace them with polished blackstone block for the steam dome, and then we'll cover the top of that section with polished blackstone slabs. Then we're going to make a pattern of 4 stairs just like this on each side in the middle. On the side of the steam dome, we'll put 5 oak buttons to represent some lettering. Same thing on this side here. Next, in the middle, we skip 1 block forward in front of the steam dome, and we'll put 2 polished blackstone blocks in the middle. Skip another block forward, 2 oak trapdoors. Then we're going to do the smokestack, so we're going to come in the center of this polished andesite section here on top, and we're going to mock out the top middle block and also the block directly underneath it. Put in a hay bale and a sole campfire. Then we need to get a polished andesite slab above it and another slab on top for the smokestack. And then we're going to put a wither skeleton skull on either side of the smokestack here. Make sure they're straight. Next, we're going to put a polished andesite slab on this front middle. Then on the side of it, it's tricky to do, but we're going to put a slanted dark oak sign. Not there. I had some errors trying to get this sign placed. We need to get it on there slanted like this, and we'll put the locomotive number 765. And we'll do the same thing on this side. So a slanted sign with 765. Hit both of those signs with white dye and a glow ink sac. Then I put another slab on top of this one so we could hang a bell off it. But I didn't quite like how that looked. So I took it back out and I'm going to grab a polished andesite stair instead of the double slab. So I put a forward facing stair in the middle here and hang the bell off that. After that, we're going to skip a block down under the bell in the middle and put a glowstone, a dark oak trapdoor under it, close the dark oak trapdoor on either side, and a dark oak trapdoor on top. Then I put a column of temporary blocks right here just so I could stand on them and crouch, so we can put one more trapdoor sticking off the top like that. Delete some of these. Then I'm going to crouch again and put a dark oak sign on this bottom with the locomotive number 765 here. Then I'm going to grab some yellow dye here. Hit that sign with yellow dye. And then a glowing sack. Then on either side of this top up here, we're going to put creeper skulls for marker lights. And we can delete this final temporary block we were standing on. Then we're going to take dark oak trapdoors here and put 3 of them across this middle, just like that. Now we're going to come back to the cab roof here because I'm not quite liking the curvature of it. So I'm going to delete all of the slabs off this top side. And delete these across here. And the slabs on this side as well. We'll replace them with a row of outward facing polished black stone stairs. And then upside down stairs facing backwards across the top back, and outward facing right side upstairs on this side. And actually I'm going to come under here, take out these 2 buttons, and put in polished black stone slabs so the cab is squared off. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Although there is a white pinstripe down here I didn't catch when I was building it, so if you wanted you could make all those bottom slabs smooth quartz. Then I'm going to come down on this side and take off this back fence because it was extended out too far. And now we'll actually start working on the tender. So on the next block back on each side, we're going to put a polished black stone slab. And 3 polished black stone blocks across the middle here. And then 3 more on top. And actually we're going to take the slabs off and put 2 polished black stone stairs and a column on each side facing outward. Just like that. Then we'll go ahead and put 3 more polished black stone up here and another slab on the top of each side. Behind it, we'll skip 1 block back and get a netherite on each rail with an end rod axle. Then we're going to do an upside down back-to-back T-shape of polished deep slate stairs 5 wide. Then another set of netherite wheels and an end rod axle. And then another set of upside down polished deep slate stairs back-to-back in a T-shape 5 blocks wide. Then a final set of netherite wheels and an end rod axle. Then we'll grab a dark oak fence gate here, open dark oak fence gates into the ends of the wheels here, and also into the ends of the wheels down on this end here. Next, on the second layer, we're going to fill the top middle 3 with polished black stone block until it stops above these back fence gates. So it looks like that. Then we'll swing around behind it, and we're going to extend the polished black stone blocks back another 7 blocks. And then fill that in so that it's 3 wide. Then behind that, we're going to do the second truck for the tender here. So we're going to come behind it, and on the next block down, get a netherite on each rail with an end rod axle. Then same as before, upside down polished deep slate stairs 5 wide in a back-to-back T-shape pattern. Then another set of netherite wheels and an end rod axle. Then another set of upside down polished deep slate stairs 5 wide in a back-to-back T-shape pattern. Then a final set of netherite wheels with an end rod axle. Open dark oak fence gates into the ends of the wheels here. And we also need to open them into the ends of these wheels down here. Then we'll continue filling the top middle 3 with polished black stone block down the length of the truck. And we'll come 2 blocks past where the fence gates are here. Then we'll put a column of 2 outward facing polished black stone stairs on the back of each side. Next, we're going to come on the sides of the trucks, and everywhere there's a wheel, put a hopper. Same thing here and on the other side. Then above the back truck, we're going to put a line of polished deep slate walls that extends out one past the front wheel and back wheel. Come over here and do the same thing. Then in front of it, on the top outside edge, a full row of polished blackstone slabs to the front. And one back here. Same thing on this side, so a slab here. Then start in front of this and a full row of slabs all the way up to the front here. Then we're going to come down on the side here, crouch, and we're going to put a full row starting at the back of this truck of chains going backwards until you meet up with the truck back here. And here I just realized I never put the hoppers on these wheels, so I had to take this chain out and put hoppers on the wheels. Then we'll come do the same thing on this side. So in between both trucks here, we're going to put a full line of sideways chains going from the back truck to the front one. Once we have that in place, we're going to come on top of the front here and put a full row of polished blackstone blocks coming down each side. We're going to stop one block before the end and come across the back. Just like that. Now we'll come back up to the front on the second block back behind the stairs in a column of 2 polished blackstone. Just like that, and the same thing on the opposite side. Then we're going to extend this all back 2 layers tall with polished blackstone right down to the back. And we'll come right across the back here. And then straight up this side 2 layers tall until it meets up at the front here. Then we're going to take out polished blackstone right here, put 3 across the bottom, and then 2 polished blackstone walls all the way across this front. So it looks like that. Then on top of each side here, a backward facing polished blackstone stair, and behind it, we're going to put a line of polished blackstone blocks coming 10 blocks back. Then 5 polished blackstone stairs across here, and fill in this gap on the other side with polished blackstone blocks. Then we'll fill in behind here on the middle 3, all the rest of it with polished blackstone blocks so it's completely enclosed. Then we're going to come up in between the tender and the engine here, and we're going to take out some iron trapdoors. And right in between here we'll stand and crouch, and we'll put 2 rows of 3 iron trapdoors just so you can get from the tender to the engine. Next we're going to put 3 iron bars on the side of these stairs here. Then 2 polished blackstone blocks above the stair, 2 on this side, and then the same thing. We're going to put 3 iron bars on this side of the stairs over here. Now we'll put in our coal pile, but I'm going to use smooth basalt just for its detailing. And at the same level of these walls, we'll fill in this middle 3 to the back of this section with smooth basalt. And then we'll just add in some random blocks on this next layer just to make it look uneven like a coal pile really would be. And we can add some more on top. There's really no science to this, just whatever looks best to you. Come to the back here. On the left hand side, we're going to put a column of 3 dark oak fence gates coming up and open them for a ladder. Then one up there. And we're also going to need to get one more on top here. So we need to put a temporary block, open another one. Delete the temporary block and one right here so the ladder comes up and over, just like that. Then come up here by these stairs, open a dark oak fence gate, a player head, and on the right, a polished blackstone slab, and then another player head behind it in the middle. Then we'll come back here. Now we're going to make some banners, so get out a loom here, and we're going to come into that. We're going to use a black banner and yellow dye, put a vertical on the left, vertical on the right, diagonal, new banner. Vertical in the middle, new banner. Vertical on the left, horizontal on top, horizontal on bottom, new banner. Vertical on the left, diagonal in the other diagonal, new banner. Vertical on the left, horizontal on bottom, new banner. Horizontal in the middle, horizontal on top, horizontal on bottom, vertical on the left. Then switch to black dye and put a black border around all of these banners. And then we'll come place it. On this side, we're going to start on the 4th block in from the back and use our banners to spell out the word nickel. Then we'll come to this side. Over here, from the front, we're going to start on the 5th block back from the iron bars and put the word nickel. Then we can clear some of these unneeded banners. So get rid of the C, the K, the N, and the I. Then we'll come back into our loom. Black banner and yellow dye again. Vertical on the left, top half yellow, new banner. Vertical on both sides, horizontal on top, horizontal in the middle, new banner. Horizontal on top, vertical in the middle. Then we'll put a black border around those 3 banners, and we'll come place our next word. So we'll skip a block forward here, and we'll put the word plate. Then we'll do the other side. Skip a block forward here, put the word plate. Then we can get rid of these banners. And we'll come back into our loom again. Black banner and yellow dye again. Vertical on the left, top half yellow, diagonal, new banner. Vertical on the left, vertical on the right, horizontal on top, horizontal on bottom, new banner. Vertical on each side, horizontal on top, horizontal in the middle, new banner. Bottom half yellow, vertical on the right. Then switch to black dye and put a black border around these letters. And then we'll come place our next word. So skip a block forward again and spell out the word road. Then we'll come to the other side. Skip a block forward from this and spell out the word road. Then we can get rid of these banners, and we have one more set to make. Come back into the loom with a black banner and yellow dye again. We're going to put a diagonal and a horizontal on top. Then a new banner. We're going to make the bottom half yellow, vertical on the left, horizontal on top. New banner, horizontal on top, on bottom, and a diagonal. Then switch to black dye and put a black border around all 3 of these. This is for the locomotive number, so we're going to put 765 back here. Then we're going to come up to the side of the cab, but before we put the banners on, we need to grab an item frame so that it fits. Put 3 item frames under the window and put our 765 banners in them. And of course, we'll do the same thing on this side. So item frames under the windows in 765. Then we're going to come to the back of the tender and we need to put a light back here. But with the banners around it, there's no way to actually mount this light. So what we're going to do is we're going to end up using a command. So we're going to come into our command menu here. And we're going to type slash the word give space @S space the word structure spelled out completely here. So STRUCTURUE underscore and the word void VOID. Hit enter and that should give us the structure void. Put one on the top middle and one coming off the back. Then we can hang a lantern under that invisible block so we have our light in the back middle. And there we have it, folks. We've completed our nickel plate road 765 Berkshire class steam locomotive. I hope you enjoyed the build, as this is only the second large steam locomotive I've ever done. In retrospect, the tender's probably a bit oversized, but it had to be big to fit all the lettering. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And everyone have a great week. Stay safe out there, rail fans.